fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's the good old boys going fishing again.
Yeah, it's that time again to drop a line. So sit back and relax and let's go fishing again. Come along as we join John Shaw and today's special guest. Reel 'em in on Fishing with the Good Old Boys. Good fishing.
Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys going fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys going fishing again. It's good old boys going fishing again.
The fat gets it. What a bait. And this is the man who invented it, Mr. Bobby Garland. He's a living legend. We're up at Lake Powell, and we're going to do some fishing with Bobby today. He's going to show us a lot of different things with his great bait here. So you stay put. We have a great show coming. Bobby Garland. Bobby, you want to show the folks at home how you work your fat gets it? And I see a nice ledge up there.
Well, actually, John, I work it in many ways, and I try to give the fish what they want in the way I work it. But actually, right now, the water's starting to warm up, and the fish are coming up, and they're laying up under these ledges. And we're toward the back end of the cove, and it's a little warmer than it does out front. And I usually just put the bait right up on top of the ledge, just like that right there. And I'll pull that thing right over to the edge, and I'll drop it just right off where it falls into the shadow there. And if there's a fish around, he'll usually catch it before it ever hits the bottom. And we took a lot of good smallmouth out of here yesterday afternoon, several largemouth too. We caught and released 17 fish back here altogether, so there was a bunch of fish in here. And the water's a little cold yet. The fish haven't really made up their mind to come in and spawn good. They're kind of backed off a little bit. The water needs to come up a little, temperature-wise, needs to come up a little bit.
What's our temperature?
Well, we're running surface temp. We're running about 62 degrees right now. But down underneath the surface, it's actually colder than that. And we need to get up there, probably the temperature down underneath the surface is probably in the mid-50s right now. We need to get a little bit warmer water for these fish to make a good commitment back here.
That was a great story you told last night around the campfire, how the name came about for the fat gets it. You want to pass that story along to the folks? I thought it was great.
Okay, well, you know, traditionally, lures were named fairly conservative names, it seemed like, and I came up with the mini jig originally, and eventually over the years I made a larger and larger size until actually it got to the size of the Gets It. And the first time I'd made up the prototypes, a friend of mine, he and I were out fishing Gunlock Lake up there in southern Utah. And he hadn't used any of these baits yet. And I caught several fish in a row there, and he says, "Boy, that lure is really catching fish. What is it?" And I said, "Yeah, it really flat gets it, don't it?" And I said, "As a matter of fact, flat gets it. That'd be a good name for this new lure." He says, why don't you name it after me and call it the Fat Gets It?" My little short, fat friend.
You heard it, folks. That's how it came about. The fat gets it. All right.
There he is, on top
right,
of that
Bobby.
rock right there.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
He's not very big.
Okay. Small, yeah?
No, he's a largemouth.
Well, no eyes
He's
on
just
him.
a small largemouth, about a
Look at the
pound and a
eyes
half
on him.
maybe.
I thought he was a little smallie. All right, Bob, way to go.
I tried to eat that jig, but I got him released unhurt here. I'm going to put him back in the water.
All right.
Yeah.
There he goes. Phew. Way to catch him, Bob. Bobby Garland with the gets it.
Well, they're a little bit slow today, but there are a few fish hanging around these big boulders in here. Maybe we can catch a good one here.
All right. Yeah, you said this is the warmest area around here. Water temp.
Yeah, this time of the year, you know, I try to find the warmer water around, and that's where the bass are going to start moving up.
It's like watching a master watching you work that lure, Bob. Oh, look at the big
Bunch of carp through
Carp going by there. Oh, look at the whole fleet of them.
This is like looking through the glass bottom boat, John.
It's unbelievable.
You can see down there 25, 30 foot deep.
Yeah.
There comes a bass right there. He's done seen the boat. We probably won't be able to catch him now, but let's try him and see. Oh, I
There we
spooked
go.
him.
He's going right down there, though. He's going right down that crack there. What a way to fish, folks.
Presentation's a key thing when these fish are up shallow like this, and you cast too close to them, you can spook them. If I'd have spotted that fish a little sooner before he'd seen us, there's a good chance I could have caught him. I'm going to cast ahead here a little bit, see if we can find something up there shallow.
A lot of these clear lakes, Bob, do you visually, if you see a fish, like you just did, I know you do, you go right after them that way?
Oh yeah, I can catch a good portion of these fish that I can spot up shallow like that. The thing of it is, if they see you or see the boat, they're going to spook. And
I just saw that one move right away.
Yeah, it's real clear water, and they can see every movement you make up here, you know, and your line's real important too. If you jerk your line around a lot and whatnot, well, it'll usually spook the fish off. So I try to get the lure close enough to get their attention, but not close enough to spook them when I cast in.
In real clear water, you were saying last night that a fish will chase it 10, 15 feet if they
Oh
see.
yeah, at least that far. Sometimes they'll come even farther than that, you know, if they're real aggressive. Other times you got to drop it right on their nose. Just depends on how aggressive they are. There's a bass back under there. Okay, there's a bass laying back on that rock there. If I can get that lure in there without spooking him, I'll probably be able to catch him. There he comes. He's going for it. He's thinking about it, but he didn't eat it. He started, I seen one come out from under that rock, and he laid there and he worked his mouth, and he was thinking about eating it, but he didn't want to come that far out into the sunlight. In order to catch that fish, I got to get it into the shade without spooking him.
Ooh, there you go.
There he is.
All right, Bobby Garland strikes
another.
again. This is fun.
Clearwater bass fish.
Oh, look at him go, look at him go.
Look at him and throw the
Watch
lure
him
to
break.
him. Have him come out and eat it.
Yoo-hoo!
There he is.
Haul him in. He's a keeper in the tournament. He'd work.
Sure. I'd like to have some of these this size sometimes in the tournament. Pretty fish, pretty color, nice and clean.
All right, Bobby, way to go.
Pretty water here.
You were right about this little area here, and you said when the water
Well, it
warmed
starts-
up a little in the afternoon, we'd start catching fish, and sure enough.
Yeah, well, see, you got some big flat rocks in here, and they reflect a lot of heat. So these bass will come in, and they've kind of got a spawning urge. They're thinking about it. They haven't got real serious about it yet. So they'll come in, and they'll kind of fan the moss and the algae off the top of these rocks. And then the sun gets out real bright like it is right now, and they'll slide off in the shadow of the rock usually. Some of them will be up on top. Now and then, we've seen a couple of them floating around like that.
See that bass?
Not very big. If somebody's hooked him, they might have hooked him already today. Here's one. Oops. He spit it out. He nipped it.
Got one.
All right, John. There he is.
Come on.
A little bitty feisty.
Little one. Come on. Come on, buddy. Get out. Get over here. Come on. There he is. Come on. There he is. There he is. He's a little guy, but he thinks he's big. All right. Oh, boy, he's full of
I
life.
see a bass back in here. I think I can catch him.
All
Okay?
right. Go ahead, Bob. Let me get out of your way here.
No, I just moved him in toward the bank when that hit. He didn't even come to investigate to see what it was.
Well, I tell you, these Gizits,
get
when
around.
they eat them, they eat them. Come on, Sonny.
See, he got far enough, he thought he was clear away from the boat, and you fooled it. You put him right out in front of him. I've caught a lot of fish doing just that very same thing, John. A lot of fish doing that.
It's like a girl. What do you say, Bob? Is a little girl here?
Yeah, a little female,
Well, let's put it back in here. Here we go, girl. Come on, come on, come on. So long, darling. This is fun stuff just to even watch them, and you know, it's the first time I fished this way. This is great, folks. If you ever get an opportunity to fish in super clear water with somebody like a Bobby Garland, it's just a kick, I tell you.
I got down the seat so I wouldn't have such a high profile here. Okay, if I didn't spook him that time, we'll get
That's
him.
on move.
I can't see him even right now. I think he went toward it because I don't see him. I guess he's a bass. It might be something else. You got it.
You got it. All right, Bobby.
I knew he was going to come back and get it. I
You
spooked
got-
him at first and then he
Get out of
turned.
your way. Here, look at that
I'm
boy.
going to make it. He's going to come up
There
here.
he is, there he is.
He's a
running
fighter.
back. He's a fighter. He's a
These are
fighter.
fun. This.
Woohoo!
Not a big fish, just a scrappy fish. Here he comes. Strong fish.
Yeah, look at him.
Strong fish. All right.
All right. Good stuff, Bob.
I
Looks like a
spotted
girl,
that fish
huh?
there. And
Looks like a gal. All right.
yeah, another female.
Get in there, girl.
The big one you caught was a female.
Dynamite. Way to go, Bob. You spotted it and damn, you threw it right in. There it is in there, Bobby goes.
Right.
There's another one back in that little
Yeah,
pocket.
sometimes there's two of them. I'll throw back in there and see if there's another fish.
There's
Sometimes there'll be two hanging up in a little crevice like that. I spotted that fish, and then when I threw in, I spooked the fish, and it started to swim out, and then it turned around. Once it turned around, I knew we were going to have him. I just now spotted another bass over there. Let's see what
all
happens.
right. This is great.
I don't think that bass ever seen my lure.
Bobby Garland, shadow fishing. I love it. Bobby, how many of these Gizits have you figured you sold?
Oh, we've sold millions of them over the years, many millions. It's a universal form of lure, I guess, and it's something that represents food to the fish, or at least, you know, they sure eat it a lot.
How'd you come upon it?
Well, I made
Experimenting, or you just...
yeah, I made the little mini jig for crappie fish, and it worked real good, and I'd catch a few bass now and then, so I decided to make a larger size for bass. And the first time I tried it, first time I took it out, I won a tournament down in Havasu, won a new Ford pickup. And there's been a lot of tournaments won all over the nation since then on either my baits or copies of my baits.
Oh, something chased right after
Yeah,
that.
that's a bass. He's going to get it. Okay, he's going to get it.
All right, Bobby.
Okay.
This is
He's not
great.
very big, but
Oh,
we
that's
got
how,
him.
this is fun. This is real fun.
Yeah, I
Here
seen
he
another
comes.
one go back under that rock, John. We'll get this one in here and see if we can't get that other one. Throw up there in the shadow of that rock, just as
Alright.
tight as you can get.
All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, not tight enough.
Okay, you probably didn't get quite in far enough right
Let me see
there.
if he chases it. I'll get out of your way there. Got to throw right in there.
That's okay. We got plenty of room here. I got a pretty good presentation here. Let's see if that will make a difference in catching the fish or not.
That's great.
Or he may not have even seen the bait, but I'll bet he's seen it. Or he may not want to eat. The other one was really
Yeah, he
aggressive.
was
It
after
just
that.
come right
Just
out
wham,
and ate it.
came after it, said, hello. Oh, nothing happened with mine.
No, evidently the fish either left or he may have been clear to the right-hand corner of that in there, see?
All right, see if you can get in there.
Okay, I didn't get a good presentation. When you're fishing these
Neither did
Gitzits and
I.
you don't get a good presentation, it's good to bring it back in and put the lure where you want to. Don't even bother fishing.
Don't even
it.
bother fishing. Okay,
That's right.
that's a real good tip.
As the line, the lure is sinking down through the water here. I'm letting it sink down there, and I'll close my bail and I'll lift on it just a little bit like that. Not much, just enough to weigh it to see if something has changed. Now, if I get a real light nothing feel in there, that means the fish has picked it up and he's moving off the bank toward deeper water. And if he's going the other way, when I lift it a little bit, I'll start making a little contact with him and I'll feel him drag a little bit, and then I'll set the hook. So that's what I mean by weighing the line. You fish with control slack, and every once in a while you lift up on your rod just like that right there, and just to feel if there's a change in weight of that line.
Okay. Great tip, Bob. Great tip.
Yeah, there's little things like that, and they all add up.
They
into
all
the
add up
whole
to big
thing.
things.
That's right. And it can make the difference sometimes between catching fish or just going fishing. Okay, I think I'm going to get him. There he is. There he is.
All right.
Oh, lost him. Nice little bass. I'm having a hard time hanging on to him today.
You went right after it, though.
Yeah, you sure did. I
What a
thought I
way to
could get
fish.
him.
This is great.
I see some other fish down there, but I think they're carp. But just in case, I'm going to drop that Gizit down there and find out.
There's two of them coming along here. I don't know what
Yeah,
they
those are carp. All three of those right there. There he is right there. That
That's
looks
right.
like a different one. I don't think. Sometimes you'd be surprised. You'd think they won't eat again. Sometimes they will. I could leave him alone for a while and probably come back and catch him. If I was in a tournament, I probably would. He's about a 2-pound bass.
That was great.
I think that's the very bass that was on that log over there, or on that rock over there. Okay, he's down right there. Here's another bass. This may or may not be the same one. He's directly on the boat right now. I don't even know where he went.
There he
There,
comes.
I
He's
see
coming back.
There, I see.
He's seeing it.
I don't think he's going to make that same mistake again, but he might be out there someplace. I'm just easing up here real slow on him. Yeah, I did see one swimming over the, he come out of the shallows there toward us. He could probably see us that darn far. It's amazing how far they can see you. We should be able to catch a bass right here though, somewhere. He might be in the shadow of that rock.
Good cast. Good cast. Right into the shadow.
Okay, I see that fish. Or is that a carp? I see him.
Got one.
You got one.
Got him.
All
Got
right.
him. There he is, David. He's going to jump.
You got a good one. Got a nice fish. That's a good largemouth there. All right. That's a good fish. I knew there was going to be a bass here in this area. Don't let him get down in the rocks on the bottom there.
I don't want to. I got real thin line.
Yeah.
Come on. He's going crazy. He's coming up. He's coming up. Here he comes.
That's a nice fish.
Here he comes.
It might have been the one I seen come over the top of that rock.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Let me thumb him for you. All right, that's a pretty fish there.
That's a nice fish. All right. Whew.
Okay.
We're talking.
Oh man, he ate
Did
it.
he eat it or what?
He ate it. That's a nice fish, John.
Yeah.
Way to go.
I don't know. Got my scale in the other boat. Maybe we could weigh him up. Nice fish. Using the old Bobby Garland Gizit there. 16th.
Trying to unhook him without, but I can't do it. I think what we're going to have to do is just leave that in there.
Okay, well.
We're going to kill him if we don't.
All right. Let's just.
He ate it right to his stomach, and he'll dissolve that hook pretty soon.
Okay, I'm going to clip it or bite it. There you go.
There you go.
I'm going to weigh him just for grins when we get back to my boat later.
Oh, okay.
Throw him in a live well.
Yeah, put him in the life
What do you
well.
figure? 3.5?
Yeah, he'd go about 3.5 pounds. It's a big fish of the day. I caught 4 fish like that yesterday. But today they just haven't been there.
Good old boys. We love it. All right, let me throw him in the well here.
3.10.
We'll keep him. If we were in a tournament, I'd definitely keep this one. Good fish.
We're gonna put her back.
Yeah,
let her
sure.
Raise some babies, and
Oh,
there'll
yeah.
be a bunch more fish from this female bass.
That's a beautiful fish. Look at that.
Almost 3 3/4 pound of bass there.
All right, let's.
John, good job on that one.
Thank you, Bob. It was that great bait, and you put us right on the fish. All right. Let's see if we can get it down here. Look at that mouth there. Now that's largemouth, folks. Here we go.
Budweiser.
There you go.
Give that fish a bite.
Come on, get down there, fishy. Woo. There she goes. Pick up speed. All right. Whoop. All right.
Goodbye, boys. Goodbye.
See you, fellas. All right. Now that is dynamite.
That was neat.
What a show, Bob.
You bet.
Fantastic. Bobby Garland. Thanks, folks.
You